Alrighty, sorry about that. Some technical difficulties. Anyway, I believe this is it's either an 1/8 inch or a 9/64 Allen wrench, and this is your impact. You're not going to need much more than this to get this whole door closer apart. It's going to be four Allen head screws that hold this tube on. Alright, so now you got your 4 little ones out. You're going to give a little twist on this spindle with a crescent wrench. And of course I got my drain bucket down below. And ta-da! It's oozing. Alright, so this is your spring assembly on your door closer. It's attached to there by this long Allen bolt that we took out with our 1/4 inch Allen wrench. And encased in that tube, this metal tube, is this very long spring and a couple of these little plastic or aluminum ends, and they go right here and right here on the other side. And this is a piston from a Husky door closer, and it goes up and down, and it either pushes this spring, or when that big Allen bolt is in there connected to this, it'll pull it. So that's what it does. It's either pushes or pulls the big spring, and that's what gives the door closer its spring. Anyway, going on to the rest of the door closer, we're gonna move on to what I refer to as the action of the door closer, and that's just it's really technically speaking, or engineering talk. I refer it to as an action, like an action of a rifle. Well, it's the part that moves, and that's how I refer to this end. It's the action of the door closer, and it's where the rack and the pinion is housed outside of the hydraulic, and so it's what sticks out and what the arm attaches to. So, and I'm going off doing something that I'm not explaining again. 5/32 Allen wrench, 4 bolts on the back of the action of the door closer. So I'm gonna give me a hammer, a chisel, or pardon me, a punch. It's gonna come off real nice. Here's this wedge spacer or a glide that'll give the action spacing, so the rack will actually meet the pinion. That's the pinion right there with its little spacer. There's the back plate to the action, and hopefully I'll be able to find a replacement for that bushing right there. It's made of brass. It does wear pretty constantly. Okay, so we are gonna go to the next part of our door closer, and we're gonna hurry up because we're gonna run out of time on our video. So we're gonna get a star bit. I believe it's a T20, but don't truly quote me on it. Those usually come out pretty easy. There's 6 of them right on the belly of the door closer. The other side. And this is a big part of the door closer. That's what houses is the action on the end of this hydraulic. If that cracks and fractures, toast. All right, so you'll notice this little rack in this link ink that'll come apart too. Just real easy to use a small screwdriver to just pry one side up, and then the other side, nice and easy, come out. By this time, this piston might come out for you. There you go. It's the piston. We're gonna get back to our where's our stuff? Our 1/8 inch Allen wrench. And our impact driver. It's gonna be 4 small Allens. And off comes the duster that wipes off that shaft when it's going back into the mechanism. A lot of stuff will have dusters, especially hydraulics. Alright, so it's Uzi. That's our cylinder. Alright, and we're gonna come over here. We're gonna get one of these tools I use for the old Corbins, and out that fitting's gonna come. Alright, that's that fitting right there. It's gonna have an O-ring, and it's gonna have a redundant seal inside of there. What was that? Redundant. What was that? Redundant. That means 2 of them. I believe the part number is 8114. The outer one is 8214. We're gonna replace that one. And those ones, there's going to be that outer one, and then there's going to be inner ones right inside that spring housing. Alright, so we're left with this guy right here. Get in our vise. And you always got to be pretty gentle with this aluminum too. You crush it in one of these big vices, it's gonna be toast. So I mean, it's whatever you get. It's your own door closer in there. I would be really careful with it. Okay, these are these long bolts. 8 of those. 8 of those they are. Yoda's rebuilding door closers. He is. Alright, there we go, Uzi seal. Then of course, our always talked about little pillow thing, which I reuse those. I put them back in. Empty what oil there is in the reservoir. Alright, there's going to be 4 Allens. Here. Get them all out, and this is going to be the delicate part. And see, I grip the door closer kind of by the bottom where the meat is. And I'm going to try not to lose any of these, but yep. That's 2 pieces. It comes apart. And there are 6 ball bearings in here. We're going to try to keep them all. Try to reuse them. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And once you get your cork gasket off, you'll have a small screen which filters the oil from the reservoir to the main cylinder. That might come out, it might not. I've seen them tight, like fit really tight. I've seen them like flop out of there at a moment's notice, and that one just came right out without too much. Alright, so that's the top of the block, and you always want to, check them out, make sure there's no heavy scarring inside the cylinder, or check out this part, or sometimes this will flake off as well. I've seen these things get all a big amount of play in them. There's going to be a series of O-rings on these valves, adjustment valves, that I'm going to go ahead and back out. I'm going to replace those too. But everything except for the spring assembly is going to get a wash and the old parts cleaner. But that's pretty much it. They're pretty simple. Again, make sure you don't lose any of your parts and pieces. It's like working on anything else, like a lawnmower, a weed eater, whatever. It's gonna have like these little bits and bobs that you're gonna come flying out. You're gonna be like, oh no! But I want to do another video, and we're gonna go through rebuilding these. And of course, if you don't have any gaskets, I have gaskets specially made for these. If you don't have any gaskets, you're gonna want to pay special attention not to hash up that gasket and all. And it's this guy right here. I had to fish it out of the oil bucket. But I mean, I've tried to I've reused gaskets on some projects, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, that's teardown on start to finish on the Huskies. I'm gonna do this probably another 3 or 4 times, and we're gonna get a run through the old part cleaner over there. And of course, there's using the part cleaner, I'll mask up and everything, and always use care when and rebuilding any part, using any solvents or anything like that, especially your lungs or your eyes, your skin, anything like that. Totally use care. But that's about it for now. Hope you all had a good Memorial Day. This is Uncle Blue Glove saying, have a good one. Bye.